They would stand to be involved, I would imagine, if we are looking at privatization.
Well, thank God we're getting people to come from the private sector where they know, sort of modern 21st century approaches into the public sector. And it's a big deal because he'll have a revolving door problem once he decides that, that we're going home, we're not going to do this anymore. So what we say is, if now that he's going to come in, if he's in the public sector for 1 hour, he's not allowed to go back and deal in the private sector with anything dealing with the state of Ohio for a year. Now, I think we want more private sector people coming into government and running government in an efficient and effective and modern way. So I'm absolutely thrilled with the number of people that we have, Mark, who are giving up private sector privacy, benefits, pay to come and be a public servant. I mean, I was worried about whether we would get the best of the best, and some of the best we're not going to get, frankly, because they're making a lot more money. I mean, and they don't have to deal with loss of privacy. And but in this case, I'm just so excited we have somebody who's just not been a lifetime bureaucrat in a system that needs fresh eyes. So the beautiful thing about this is he's been in the public sector with enormous experience, but he's been in the private sector now with significant experience. Take the best of both worlds, meld them together, and so we've seen a number of people who have come out of the private sector, and if you ask them why do you want to do it, they tell me because I think this represents real change in this administration. You want to have a word to echo that so I sound like really good?
You've spent a lot of time with me here lately. I mean, it's true, and it is true. I mean, life is too short not to love what you do and to make a difference, and that's been, I guess, my motto. And I want to address the specific question about CCA very clearly. I will tell you this. I spent a lot of time in my briefings with the Ethics Commission before I accepted this position. And when we do business, when the Department of Corrections does business, whether it's with CCA or anyone else, it will be publicly bid. It will be public. There will be total visibility on that proposal. And when it comes down to the selection process, if it in fact does involve them, I will recuse myself from that role. But we have to look at best options to take care of services that right now are daunting when it comes to their significance and their budget impact.
And I just want to stress that one more time because we've been all going back and forth, folks.